Episode 02, Mystery of Love. Love is a widely used term. It manifests itself in attraction and affection between two people, but it is also expressed in relation to other aspects of life. We can love sports, music, a landscape, food, and many other things. Yet, when confronted with the question, what is love? Most people react with perplexity and silence. They have experienced love, no doubt, but they do not understand it. Many failed relationships, therefore, are not a surprise. Why is love so mysterious, even though it is central to our lives? One might assume that a precious commodity like love would be practiced in a more refined way, much like cooking or playing the piano. Greater fulfillment in this area would undoubtedly have significant personal, social, and even geopolitical impacts. A happier love life for everyone would bring about great changes on the planet. Let's now analyze love. The ability of a human being to love depends on two factors. The first factor are the external forces that act on that individual. The second factor is the actual energy level available to that individual. This insight that love is intrinsically connected to our energy level is very important. To love, in essence, means to share energy with something outside of us. Typically, a man falls in love with a woman, and it happens the other way around as well. This process is driven by our instincts for procreation, which is why love is often associated with sexual events. The conflict between the desire to share energy outside of us and the actual available energy leads to confusion. From all this reasoning, we can conclude that if we want to love, we must make sure that personal energy is available. Energy is an ubiquitous topic nowadays. Our society was recently forced to analyze different sources of energy in depth, as well as energy consumption in all human industries. However, energy management of the human body and especially detrimental behaviors remain surprisingly untouched. Worldwide, our societies are organized in one form or another in hierarchical structures. Given this hierarchy, it is likely that the lack of prioritization for human energy management is no coincidence. A population that is too energetic might not be an objective. The social changes of the past 50 years support this theory. Even though no details of the procreational act are taboo today, it would be considered unromantic to examine the social consequences of current behaviors. In the world as we know it, we have little control over the procreational drive, which is deliberately stimulated. When we enter a relationship today, we have little clues about what lies ahead. Failure seems almost pre-programmed. We try to control much of our lives, yet the current social parameters in relationships and why relationships fail remain a mystery to us, just as love itself remains a mystery. The matter is not thought through. We are sometimes violently attracted, and this is motivation enough to enter high-risk scenarios. This happens repeatedly. In many cases, individuals end their lives in resignation after failure. What has really changed, especially in the last 50 years, besides an ever-growing world population and better communication, is the continuous arousal of our procreational forces. We are bombarded constantly with stories, pictures, and fantasies catering to this profound driving force, so much so that most of us end up obsessed in one way or another. This phenomenon is a central feature of our era, the obsession with the procreational act. My personal life has been a life in transition, which allowed me to glimpse both worlds, the past culture and the present postmodern world. A beautiful woman in my past was magical and pure, and it was almost unimaginable how one could be worthy to be chosen as a companion. Women were educated to be noble and gentle. Beauty and happiness in relationships were more abundant 40 years ago. This personal insight is relevant because it reflects the ongoing changes in world society during a significant period, the 1980s. In the 1980s, Paul Volcker, Deng Xiaoping, Margaret Thatcher, and Ronald Reagan started to change the world profoundly. We, in boarding school, had no clue. Probably most teenagers had no idea that something very significant was happening, and furthermore, that the process had been started by the Austrian philosopher Friedrich von Hayek through his Mont Pelerin Society in 1947, which was now spreading worldwide. Hayek, in the best neoliberal tradition, was awarded a Nobel Prize in 1974 in economics for his good work. The Nobel Prize for Economics, separate from the other Nobel Prizes, was used by the neoliberal elite to create confidence in their framework, which was established during that time. The developments of the 1980s were significant not only because they profoundly changed the economy, but also because the resulting social changes would affect our lives as teenagers in ways only a few of us understand to this day. We call these social changes caused by neoliberalism, the postmodern culture. For a long time, there was huge support for this cultural life and the underlying economic theory. Unfortunately, postmodernism changed love. Love became a market in the best neoliberal tradition. So, what is love? Is it an insane craving for treasure? Are our evolutionary drives the main ingredients in this powerful drug? Are outside influences designed to keep our energy levels low? The universe is created by energy. Love and happiness in life need energy. This correlation between love and life energy is, for you viewer, the first glimpse into the best-kept worldwide secret. Continue to follow me on this channel to uncover the full extent of this mystery and secret. In the next episode, learn where your main source of life energy originates, how you can preserve it in a practical way and utilize it for your love, your happiness, your longevity, and your success in life.